Crocodiles, the smiling fossils of our time, the guardians of prehistoric times. If there's one creature that could have sipped tea with the dinosaurs and still be lurking in our rivers today, it's the crocodile. These formidable reptiles have been around for over 200 million years, surviving mass extinctions, watching dinosaurs rise to glory, and then vanish into history. Crocodiles, however, remained, grinning ominously, as if history itself were just a passing storm. They are often called living fossils, and for good reason. Watching one float motionless, eyes just above the waterline, you realize you're looking at a design so perfect that evolution decided, yep, let's keep that one. 1. The living armor and a four-chambered heart. At first glance, a crocodile might look like a floating log with teeth. But beneath that rugged exterior lies a masterpiece of biology. Their skin isn't just tough. It's reinforced with tiny bones called osteoderms, nature's bulletproof vest. In fact, a regular handgun often struggles to pierce it. Even more fascinating is the heart. Unlike most reptiles, crocodiles have a four-chambered heart, like humans. This allows them to reroute blood efficiently, especially when diving. When submerged, they can switch modes, sending oxygen-rich blood primarily to the brain and heart, while the rest of the body waits patiently. 2. The jaw, nature's guillotine. If crocodiles had a side gig, it would be as the poster child for dental strength. Their jaws can clamp down with a force of 3,700 pounds per square inch, about 10 times stronger than a pit bull's bite, and even more powerful than a great white shark. Once they bite, escape is nearly impossible. Crocodiles don't chew. Instead, they use the infamous death roll, a violent spin that tears prey apart within seconds. Ironically, while their closing strength is legendary, the muscles that open their jaws are so weak that a strip of duct tape is enough to keep them shut. Yes, nature gave them the ultimate bite, but also a hilariously simple weakness. 3. Underwater torpedoes. On land, crocodiles appear clumsy, lumbering along like armored tanks, but in water, they transform into sleek torpedoes. Their powerful tails propel them at speeds up to 30 kilometers per hour, about 18 miles per hour. They can hold their breath for over an hour by slowing their heart rate to just 2 to 3 beats per minute. And to see clearly underwater, they've got a built-in pair of goggles, a transparent membrane that slides over their eyes like a diver's mask. Truly, crocodiles are walking and swimming proof that evolution knows how to kit out the perfect predator. 4. Patience is the ultimate weapon. If patience were a sport, crocodiles would be Olympic champions. They often lie motionless for hours, only their eyes and nostrils peeking above the surface. Then, at the perfect moment, they launch an explosive ambush. Crocodiles know exactly where to wait: riverbanks, watering holes, places where zebras, buffalo, or antelope come to drink. One small mistake, and the soundtrack of the savannah changes instantly, from gentle trickling water to splash, thrash, and silence. 5. Unexpected parenthood. Crocodiles might be ruthless predators, but when it comes to parenting, they reveal a softer side. When hatchlings emerge, the mother gently carries them in her massive jaws down to the water. Even more incredible, a crocodile's sex is determined by the temperature of the nest. Eggs incubated at cooler temperatures produce females, while slightly warmer nests produce males. In other words, the weather forecast doubles as the maternity ward's gender reveal. 6. Record breakers of the reptile world. The saltwater crocodile, Crocodilus porosus, holds the crown as the largest living reptile, growing over 7 meters, 23 feet long, and weighing nearly a ton. A famous individual named Lolong, captured in the Philippines, measured 6.17 meters, 20 feet 3 inches, and was once the largest crocodile in captivity. Crocodiles can live to be 70 to 100 years old, which means one crocodile could witness several generations of humans come and go. 7. Ecosystem engineers. Crocodiles aren't just villains in nature documentaries. They play a critical role in their environments. They regulate populations by preying on the weak, the sick, and the unwary, ensuring healthier herds. Their burrows and nesting sites create microhabitats for fish, birds, and even turtles. In short, without crocodiles, ecosystems would lose balance, and riversides would be far less interesting. 8. Crocodiles and humans. Humans have always had a complicated relationship with crocodiles, equal parts fear, respect, and exploitation. In many cultures, they were worshipped as gods, embodying both creation and destruction. Today, they're stars of wildlife tourism, thrilling safari-goers with their prehistoric presence. On the darker side, crocodile attacks on humans do occur, especially in Africa and Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, humans hunt them for their leather, once pushing several species to the brink of extinction before conservation programs intervene. 9. Fun and quirky facts. Crocodiles can't stick out their tongues. Their tongues are anchored to the floor of their mouths. They sometimes cry, not out of sadness, but to excrete excess salt, inspiring the phrase, crocodile tears. Believe it or not, some crocodiles have been observed climbing trees to bask in the sun or watch for prey. Imagine strolling through a forest and spotting a crocodile above you. Crocodiles can even sleep with one eye open, literally shutting down half their brain at a time, a trick any college student would envy during finals week. Conclusion: the grin of survival. Crocodiles don't smile because they're happy, nor cry because they're sad. Their grins and tears are evolutionary tools, honed over millions of years. Yet their survival story is extraordinary. They've outlived the dinosaurs, endured ice ages, and adapted to human intrusion. Their message to us is simple but profound. In nature, you don't have to be flashy to last. You just have to be effective. So next time you're by a calm riverbank, remember, somewhere beneath that serene surface may lurk a prehistoric smile, waiting patiently for the perfect moment.